What is DFAS's role in military pension division? Have you ever wondered how military pensions are divided during a divorce? The Defense Finance and Accounting Service plays a vital role in this process. Let's break down what they do when it comes to military pension division. First off, the Defense Finance and Accounting Service is the central pay center for military retirement pay. When a couple divorces and one spouse is a service member, the Defense Finance and Accounting Service ensures that the military pension is divided according to court orders. This is done under the Uniformed Services Former Spouses Protection Act, which allows state courts to treat military retirement benefits as property that can be divided. One of the key tasks of the Defense Finance and Accounting Service is to make direct payments to the former spouse. This happens when there is a properly prepared military pension division order. This order must follow specific guidelines to be valid. If the order is not in the correct format, the Defense Finance and Accounting Service will not pay the former spouse directly. Instead, they would rely on the service member to make those payments voluntarily. Next, the Defense Finance and Accounting Service enforces federal requirements for these division orders. The military pension division order must include detailed information such as the calculation of the high 3 pay, which is the average of the highest 36 months of military pay. It also needs to state the total years of service and the marital portion of the pension based on the overlap of marriage and service years. If any of this information is unclear, the Defense Finance and Accounting Service may delay or deny payment. Another important aspect is the 10/10 rule. The Defense Finance and Accounting Service will make direct payments to the former spouse only if the marriage lasted at least 10 years and overlapped with at least 10 years of military service. If this rule is not met, the former spouse is still entitled to a share of the pension, but payments must come from the service member, not directly from the Defense Finance and Accounting Service. The Defense Finance and Accounting Service also has limits on how much of the military member's disposable retired pay can be divided. Generally, they will not deduct more than 50% of disposable retired pay for pension division. If there are also child or spousal support obligations, they can deduct up to 65%. Additionally, the Defense Finance and Accounting Service applies a frozen benefit rule. This means that the pension amount is fixed based on the rank and years of service at the time of divorce. Even if the service member's rank or years of service increase later, the division will be based on the pension value at the time of divorce, only adjusted for cost of living increases. Finally, once the Defense Finance and Accounting Service approves the division order, they notify the service member and start payments to the former spouse within 90 days or by the start of retired pay, whichever comes later. In the context of divorce and separation, the Defense Finance and Accounting Service plays a key role in ensuring that former spouses receive their entitled portion of military retirement benefits. Properly drafting the military pension division order is essential to secure these payments and avoid reliance on the service member's voluntary compliance. The Defense Finance and Accounting Service acts as the enforcing agency that translates court orders into actual pension payments, providing financial security for former spouses.